Apologies for the video quality, but I really need to say something right now. A while ago, I made a video which said why I'm a little bit worried about the future of Doctor Who. I was proven 100% correct. I really wished that I wasn't. I hoped Russell would disprove me. Season 2 was a marked improvement over Season 1. However, the big problem is, I think I understand how Russell runs things now. I have bipolar disorder, and I think he might too, because I think he has these manic, wonderful ideas, and he pitches them, and he says there's going to be some excellent payoff, and then he underdelivers. And this is the problem with Russell being such a showman first and a writer second. Now, I love Russell. He was excellent in his first time round, but he had more restrictions. He had more people telling him things that he could not do. And because of that, he had people who were telling him things to do. For instance, in David Tennant's last episode, he just wanted to make it a very introspective, small thing with one blue family, where the Doctor would kind of rage and have that scene that he had with Wilf in the glass, and then give his life for one family. But then Phil Collins and Julie Gardner, they said, are you mad? That's disappointing. That is not enough for David. Do better. Bring back the Time Lords. Bring back the Master. Do something massive. And he did, and I thought it was excellent. I know a lot of people don't particularly like that episode, but it's better than what we would have gotten had Russell gotten his way. Only problem is, Russell's getting his way all the time now, except in the rare moments when he doesn't. For instance, dealing with Disney+. Now, I have a feeling that had Disney+ renewed Season 3, as soon as Season 1 went out, we would be having another season of Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. However, because that Russell strung Ncuti along, told him things, he decided he had to leave. Because of course he did. He's an actor who needs work, and he did not get enough work. And even if Season 3 started filming, he couldn't have done it. And the writing was on the wall. I'm going to be honest, the writing was on the wall that he was leaving, especially for the past few months when he was announced that he was doing a new play. And yes, I tried to chalk that up to maybe Doctor Who's not going to shoot for a long time. No, he's gone. Doctor Who had Ncuti Gatwa and they blew it. They ruined it because they promised him something they couldn't deliver. And so he had to just be gone. And because of that, it was the most hastily wrapped up, horrible delivery of an arc I think I've ever seen in the show's history. I mean, with the Whittaker era, they didn't set up much, which is why it wasn't that disappointing. But with this, they had set up so many plot points, so many things, and now the boss is not even going to be in his era, or it's not solved in his era. And that's okay. It's okay for Doctor Who to do that. It's just, I feel as though a lot of this era is very cobbled together off of a wish, a prayer, and a hope that it'll work out. I mean, if you look in Space Babies, I need to breathe for a second. Poppy and Eric and all the Space Babies say, we thought you were Mommy and Daddy. And then he said, Poppy, we are not your Mommy and Daddy, although I wish we were. Referring to him and Ruby. Which makes me think the original plan for Wishworld was for the Doctor to wake up with Ruby in the bed. And, of course, Russell wrote around that. But it's making me start to think that this era has just been on very unstable ground the entire time. And can I just say, why would he bring back Omega just to make him a clone of Sutekh? Like, why did he do that? Omega has so much dramatic character potential, and yet, let's just make him a monster. Huh, wouldn't it be funny if he ate the Ronnie? Like, no. I'm sorry. That's not good. And let me tell you something else. Billie Piper, if I'm removing myself from the situation, Billie Piper is an excellent choice for the Doctor. And then you remember she played Rose Tyler, which makes you a little worried. And another thing, Billie Piper is a relatively well-known actress. Is she super in demand? No, but she's about in the same level of demand as Ncuti Gatwa, or a little bit under. What's to say that we're not going to get her for like 10 episodes and then she's going to leave? This is the thing that I feel now. Why should I care about any incumbent Doctor if they're just going to leave in less than 20 episodes? Like, why should I care? I feel as though my patience and my attention are not being rewarded. I love this show. I mean, look, I love this show. Look how much of this show that I love. I love all this stuff. I love that too. I love this too. You know, the thing is, it just feels to me like Russell has taken advantage of the fans and of the viewers' expectations. And he is not delivering what we need. And I love Russell, and I know he's capable of more. But he's just not... It just doesn't feel like he's doing it well. I feel very underwhelmed. There's a lot of great... sayings and ideas in his era. A lot of good philosophy overall. But the problem is... Oh, by the way, it was lovely to see Jodie Whittaker back. But, yet again, felt shoehorned in, and it made me think, oh! You know, and here's the thing. The optics of casting Billie Piper are not that good. Because let me tell you, and I know optics don't really matter, but it makes me mad because I'm going to have to deal with these trolls even more now. The people who say he was fired for being woke, for being black, is what they mean. And for them to go back to a white woman, basically, is an unintentional admission of defeat to the tabloids, to the grifters, to the people who say Doctor Who is dead. It's saying, oh, you're right, the Doctor shouldn't have been black. We're sorry. How about we make it an actress that you loved from the early seasons of the revival? That's what it feels like. I know that's not what it is, but that's certainly what it feels like. And I don't think that they thought this through. I really don't. I really don't think that they thought this through. However, it could have simply been, oh gosh, Ncuti's deciding to leave, we need to reshoot, we need an actress, and we want it to be a surprise. Who could it possibly be? It has to be someone that Russell worked with. I mean, when Christopher Eccleston left early, he worked with David Tennant on Casanova, and that's why he picked David Tennant. You know, also his Tennant was a shoo-in for the role. But, I don't know, it just feels like Russell T Davis's next series better be perfect. Because if it's not, I have a feeling that the entire fan base is going to turn on him. I know some people are really excited for Billie Piper, but I personally think Doctor Who is on extremely shaky ground now. And I was saying in my other video, please stop. Please stop bringing back monsters like Sutekh and Omega and the Rani, because the general public doesn't know who they are. And when you have to give them homework on the Doctor Who YouTube channel, if they do the homework, and then the person who comes back turns into a giant hulking monster who eats the other one, it feels as though that wasn't well thought through, and it wasn't rewarding at all. Also, I have to say, I appreciated the visual and the general sentiment of having the Doctor regenerate outward for Joy, from Joy to the World. It's just a shame that that was my least favorite episode of the entire era, and I did not connect with it at all. So it feels as though a Doctor who I really, really liked has been given an unsanctimonious farewell that was cobbled together to look like it was well thought out, but it wasn't. And it just is shockingly, shockingly disappointing to me. I really hope the only upside from this can be that now that this episode's out, they can just start shooting season 3 right now and get it out quick. That's the only thing that I could think of. If they get it out quick and the show keeps going, instead of having to wait like another year and a half, because that's how long we had to wait to get Ncuti stuff. He was announced 3 years ago. We waited a year and a half for the 60th to come out, and then I don't know. It's just disappointing. Just in general disappointing. I hope we get a new showrunner at some point soon. Of course, I wanted to say, let's have Russell to keep things stable. That was my sentiment about when he got announced. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This makes me very, very tired. And honestly, it makes me not want to even think about Doctor Who, which is a shame because I love it. But my goodness, this was a disappointment.